Everything you think works for studying is destroying your memory right now. You read the whole chapter. You took careful notes. You highlighted every single line. Then the test arrived. Your mind went completely blank. Not foggy or unclear. Totally and completely blank. You did not fail because you are bad at studying. You failed because your brain rejected your method entirely. Someone else in that room remembered absolutely everything covered. No tricks were used. No photographic memory existed. The gap between you both is not about raw intelligence. It is neurological and fixable. Something has been happening inside your brain this entire time that nobody ever taught you. And it starts right here. I'm Tim, the researcher. I dig into peer-reviewed research most psychology channels never cite. What you felt in that classroom has a precise name in neuroscience. And it is not what most people assume it is. Today your brain gets fully exposed. The hidden truth about memory formation will permanently change how you study. Your brain has been working against you, but it does not have to. Stay with me through this. Your brain is not a storage unit. It is a prediction engine. Every time you study something, your hippocampus encodes the signal as survival-relevant information only. But here's the real problem. Passive reading does not signal survival. It signals comfort and safety. Your brain deprioritizes comfortable signals always. Researcher Henry Roediger III at Washington University confirmed this directly. Students who reread their material scored 50% lower on retention tests than peers who tested themselves on content. Same material was studied throughout. Same total time was invested. The outcome was completely different. You wasted hours thinking you learned. That time is gone completely. Your brain never actually stored it. The act of retrieving information cements memory inside your brain. Rereading that same page does not. This is called the testing effect. It rewires your neural architecture every single time you use it. But why does retrieval work when rereading completely fails? The answer lives inside your synapses. It is happening right now, even as you watch this. Your neurons communicate through pathways. Every time you recall something, those synaptic pathways grow stronger. Neuroscientists call this process long-term potentiation of memory. The pathway becomes faster to access, more automatic with each retrieval, more durable over months of time. But when you only reread, you are activating recognition only. Recognition is not real memory. Recognition is a shortcut your brain uses constantly to avoid genuine cognitive effort. You feel like you know it. You actually do not know it. Your brain is lying to you. There is a specific word for that dangerous internal illusion, and it explains exactly why you fail tests you felt ready for. Cognitive scientists call it the fluency illusion of learning. When information feels familiar enough, your brain misreads that familiarity as actual mastery of material. Dr. Robert Bjork at UCLA has studied this for decades now. His research consistently shows that easy studying produces false confidence and rapid forgetting. Difficult studying, the frustrating kind, produces durable long-term memory. Bjork calls this mechanism desirable difficulty in learning. Your discomfort is not failure happening. It is your brain encoding deeper. People who remember everything they study are not more intelligent than you. They are more comfortable feeling genuinely uncomfortable each session. But something else is happening too. The top 3% of learners do one thing differently. Always. And it is not about studying harder or longer overall. It is about timing something at a very specific moment. This is where spaced repetition completely changes your memory forever. Your brain has a forgetting curve. Hermann Ebbinghaus mapped it out in the late 1880s precisely. Within 24 hours of learning, you lose up to 70% of newly encoded information permanently. Within one full week, almost nothing useful survives inside. But here's the counterintuitive reversal most learners never discover at all. Reviewing information right before you would normally forget it produces dramatically stronger retention results than reviewing it immediately after. Waiting feels completely wrong to do. It feels like deliberate self-sabotage daily. But that near-forgetting retrieval moment, that difficult struggle to remember, is exactly when your brain consolidates memory at its deepest level. Spaced repetition tools like Anki algorithmically identify that critical window. They show you the card at the precise retrieval threshold moment. The retrieval effort you make then locks the memory in permanently. But spaced repetition alone is not enough. People who remember everything they study combine it with something else, something neuroscience only recently confirmed. And most dedicated students are actively destroying it every night. Sleep is not passive rest for you. Sleep is your memory consolidation system. During slow-wave sleep each night, your hippocampus replays the day's learning. It transfers encoded content actively to your prefrontal cortex for storage. Neuroscientist Matthew Walker at Berkeley showed that students pulling all-nighters do not just feel exhausted afterward. They neurologically delete the memory traces they spent hours carefully building up. Consolidation cannot happen without sleep. You are not just tired afterward. You are erasing your own learning. So what do high-retention learners actually do that is different? It is not what you picture, and it starts the very moment any study session ends for them. Within 10 minutes of finishing, high-retention learners do one thing. They close every piece of material. Then they write down everything they can retrieve unaided. No notes are opened again. No textbook is visible at all. Pure unassisted active recall only. Neuroscientists call this a brain dump. It is not casual review at all. It is retrieval in its purest form. Every gap they notice becomes a target. Every blank spot tells them exactly where their next focus belongs specifically. Their brain stops wasting time restudying what it already holds firmly. It reinforces only what is fading. This is why psychology of memory rewards those who retrieve over those who simply review and reread. They are not memorizing more content. They are systematically forgetting less each day. But here is what nobody explains. There is a specific neurological reason your working memory actively sabotages this entire retrieval process for you. And it has nothing at all to do with your intelligence level. Your working memory holds approximately 4 distinct chunks of information. This is your cognitive load ceiling. When you study with background noise, multiple open tabs on your screen, phone notifications buzzing beside you, your working memory fills completely with irrelevant competing signals always. There is zero room left for new information to encode properly. New content simply does not enter your long-term memory storage at all. You sat at that desk for hours. Your brain absorbed almost nothing real. The psychology of people who remember everything they study is not a gift. It is a deliberate protection system, protecting cognitive load at all costs and deploying retrieval at exact moments. Here's your full reframe now. You are not bad at studying. You were taught the wrong method. Highlighting your textbook is passive input. Rereading the same page is passive. Passive learning builds the fluency illusion. The fluency illusion produces test failure. Your brain changes through retrieval only. It does not change through rereading. Start every session with active recall. Close your material completely first, always. Space your sessions across full days. Never compress everything into one night. Protect your sleep with genuine priority. Guard your cognitive load from noise daily. What separates you from that person who remembers everything they study is not your brain or your potential. It is your method entirely, and now you have theirs. Your brain never forgets randomly. It forgets what you trained it to ignore through passive input. If you do not fix this method, you will repeat the same failure again. Your next video shows you exactly how to rewire your study system, starting right now. And if you know someone who is struggling like this, send this to them. Because most people never learn this in time.